Mayor Kyle Moore announced today, Thursday morning, via Facebook, a big announcement. Tell me about that announcement.
Yeah, so announced today that I will not be seeking a third term. I made a commitment as a candidate for mayor that I would do 2 terms. I believe in term limits at the executive level, and so it's been really difficult because we've had some trying times here in the last 6 months, and I've really kind of struggled with leaving my community, not serving it during its time of need, or keeping that commitment. But at the end of the day, I believe it's right to honor that commitment.
And what is the reason why behind your announcement?
Well, I think it gives candidates who are thinking about maybe stepping up and serving for mayor, it gives them an opportunity to know that there'll be a clear playing field, that if you're a Republican, you won't have to primary a sitting mayor. If you're a Democrat, maybe now the door's a little bit more open for you. And I think at the end of the day, we wanted to make sure that people knew that we were going to finish strong. There's still a lot of time left, 7 months, and so we're really looking forward to finishing strong on behalf of the taxpayers.
And was there any impetus behind your announcement, COVID or anything like that?
No, not at all. It's just campaign season and it's getting time to file. And what I wanted to make sure is that we left enough time for candidates and for parties who needed to field a competitive candidate, enough time to have that decision process made. And so we're 2 months away from filing. So I know I'm a Republican. That will give them enough time to find somebody. And I'm sure my friends on the Democrat side will be able to as well.
And what's next? I've already heard people say, what's next for Mayor Moore? What do you plan to do next?
Well, that's a great question. I'm so very blessed that I've been able to serve the city of Quincy, 4 years as an alderman, 8 as a mayor. And I know my service to the city of Quincy is not going to end. It may be service in the private capacity, helping charities out. But at the end of the day, I know that God always takes care of me. And I know, He'll make sure that there's something for me to do afterwards.
And also, I wanted to ask, in the Facebook video, you announced your trials, tribulations, your challenges, everything the past, what is it, almost 8 years that you've served. And what would you like people to remember you by during your years of service? Even though you have lots of different service roles in the future, looking back, what would you like to be remembered by as your term in office?
Yeah, well, hopefully they'll remember, the Moore administration as an administration that took our problems head on. We looked our problems in the eye and we found solutions for them, whether it be, God-given disasters, a windstorm or a flood, or we had man-made fires. But we've also had a number of challenges in the city of Quincy. And hopefully we've proposed solutions that solve them. And hopefully at the end of the day, I ran for office so we can make the tough decisions today so life can be better for future generations. And I hope those future generations will look back and say that we did a good job on their behalf.
And I've covered city council off and on for the past 15 years. And one of the things that I've carried in my mind that, in addition to the city business, there is a lot that has happened in people's lives. The loss of an alderman just a couple of months ago, the loss of spouses, the loss of, also we lost another alderman last year. And so in addition to the city business and agendas, there's real life going on in the background of everyone who comes together in that room in council chambers.
Yeah, it's really, how do I say this? Looking back, I started knocking on doors as a candidate for alderman when I was 27, and next year I'm going to be 40. And so when you look back, that's over a decade of my life spending every Monday night with my colleagues on the city council. And unfortunately, we've lost 3. I've had to, say goodbye to them, and I've made many good friends. And I just, along the way, I've had so many people, whether it be constituents or folks that even live outside of the city of Quincy, pray for me, and I think that's what matters the most and have been appreciated the most. So it's definitely going to be a little bittersweet, but I certainly think turning the page always presents new opportunities, and I'm looking forward to that.
And speaking of new opportunities and looking forward, what do the next 7 months bring that you can actually predict?
Sure, that's the thing. What can you predict these days? But in the video I said we're really going to concentrate on 4 priorities. First, to continue to deliver effective city services. Second, to work with the City Council on proposing a balanced budget and one that continues our historic investments in public safety and infrastructure. Third, we want to keep moving forward on the Quincy Next strategic plan because we need to modernize our approach to economic development so we can keep our young ones here in the city of Quincy. And last, what I want to offer is a transition plan to candidates on both sides of the aisle. So our next mayor is ready to do the job on day one. And I said this before, that when our mayor is successful, Quincy is successful. And that's what I want. I want our community to continue to flourish and thrive.
Mayor Moore, I think I've asked you everything I wanted to ask you. Is there anything else that you would like to get out to the public?
You know, not to the public, but I just want to say thank you to KHQA, all the reporters that have come and gone. It's a wonderful thing to be able to get our message out to the tri-state area, and you guys have been there along the way. And it's not an easy job to work in the news business, and I just appreciate everything that you guys do and all the sacrifice that you guys do, because you work long hours away from your families just like we do in elected office, and it's not lost on me that sometimes reporters get the brunt of things as well. And so I just want to say thank you to everybody at KHQA for a great partnership. I'm looking forward to 7 more months of working together.